Y'all can see me. Okay, so there was a change of plans. So basically, I had to change the webcam because my other webcam was really bad, and now hopefully the audio is way better now that I'm recording this way. In this video, we're gonna be reacting to 3 scary shorts. I'm gonna make this like a list series. It's not gonna be like Spooky Scary Sunday. I'm not a Corey clone, but yeah, we're gonna react to 3 scary animations, and basically that's what we're gonna be doing. But let me know in the comments if y'all like the iPhone camera better or the webcam better. I prefer the iPhone because it just looks better in my opinion.
I'm a young teenage girl, and this happened recently. I can still remember the image in my head, playing over and over again. I live in an apartment complex on the 3rd floor. I don't usually get visitors, and when I do, it's just my aunties and cousins.
That's not 3. Hey, let's count together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not 7. That's like 6 floors. That's not 7. I mean, that's like 6 floors. It's not 3 floors. Or is she like trying to say she lived on the 3rd floor?
It's coming over. On this particular day, I was lying on my bed, watching YouTube as usual. I don't have a phone anymore since it gave me a lot of trouble and then stopped working permanently. Anyway, after watching YouTube, I got up to greet my stepdad as he came home from work. After greeting him, I went back to my room where my brothers were on their bunk bed. I shared a room with them, so I never had privacy of my own. As I was looking around, my brother suddenly said he heard knocking on the door. It was dark out, and I didn't believe him at first. Since I hadn't heard it, I shrugged it off. But then, I heard the knock. My brother got up, but I told him to sit back down on the bed. I'm the oldest, and I didn't want my younger brothers opening doors.
Can I just say there's nothing wrong with sharing rooms with your younger siblings, but when you get to that age where you're like in like high school, you can imagine that's like so irritating. Like imagine you on FaceTime and your sibling just like sit the fuck down.
Strangers. I walked up to the door. There was a chair right next to it. For some reason, I didn't want the person knocking to know anyone was home, so I didn't move the chair in front of the door to look through the peephole.
Okay.
Instead,
Smart.
I climbed onto the chair, leaning close, almost falling as I tilted my body to look. And that's when the fear hit me. I won't forget what I saw through the peephole. It was a masked man.
When a dude come to your doorstep like that, it's the only response. The Dukes. I'm finna go get the shotgun. I'm not even quoting Corey. Bro, I'm going to get the gun. I'm putting the Dukes up, I'm going to get the gun. He all up in the camera like this. Like he knows somebody looking through. And this nigga don't look human. He got a butt chin and his eyes are so oversized, but they squinted at the same time. Is he wearing a mask? A fucking butt chin mask?
Wearing a blue raincoat, almost like some kind of government worker. He was standing slightly slanted to the side, but what terrified me most was the gun. He held it right up to the peephole, almost as if he wanted whoever was looking to see it. Heart racing, I slowly stepped down from the chair. I slipped off my slides so they wouldn't make a sound. I turned to my brothers and gestured with my hand, shaping a gun, warning them to be silent. I quickly shut off all the lights.
She went to go get the gun?
And ran into my stepdad's.
Did she? Oh, I thought she was saying he had a gun. No, she said she finna go get the gun.
Room
She
to
finna
tell
up
what
the
I had
Drake?
just seen. What made it worse was that right before the man came, the electricity went out, and the internet too. That made it feel even scarier.
What?
My brothers ended up coming into my stepdad's room as well. We used the flashlight on his phone since the...
Why is your dad just now knowing about this? If I'm the man of my household and I find out it's a dude creeping, I don't care if he has a gun. If I find out there's a dude creeping through my window, I'm... Literally. He ain't gonna have enough time to get it off.
ceiling light in his room didn't work.
Frick away from my door.
The knocking continued. My stepdad wanted to check the peephole himself,
baiting.
but I wouldn't let
He's
him.
baiting.
I was too scared that even the
He's
slightest
baiting.
sound would give us away. We stayed in the room for over an hour. Eventually, it seemed like the man had left because we heard a little boy and his parents walking into their apartment on our floor. We could also hear kids playing downstairs on the first floor. That was when I finally called my mom and asked if we could go to my aunt's house without telling her what had happened. We left in a hurry. I never saw that man again, but the thought still terrifies me. What if I had let my brother open the door?
Gang. All I gotta say is,
I'll remember it to this day. I used to go to a local park with some friends. We had been going there for almost 2 years. But over the last 5 months, we
say
noticed
local park. It might as well just be your local park, because if you live in an area, that's damn near your park. I ain't gonna lie. It's not your park, like you don't own it, but like you could be like, hey, let's go to my park, this park in my area. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, nobody says my park. I'm tweaking. They just be like, let's go to this park in my area.
something strange. Every single day, there was a short, fat, creepy old guy who would sit on a nearby bench.
How the fuck is he doing these? You the fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson, nigga? He doing this? Who is you? He, like,
Just watch us
So
and
down.
other kids for hours with this unsettling grin on his
I would
face.
have told my dad quick as hell.
We stupidly went there without any parents or guardians, since the park was close to our house and our parents trusted us. This was back in 2003, and we were so young we didn't have phones to call for help. About 2 weeks after we started to feel uncomfortable with him watching us, he finally came
Hey
over.
boy, that was before the first iPhone came out. They had them fucking, what are they, flip phones? They had them flip phones, gang. Ain't no way. They had to deal with predators, and they only thing they could call them off with was fucking flip phones.
It was just me and my 3 friends in the park that day. He walked up and asked us if we wanted to go to his house to play video games
No, I
and check
don't.
out his
I
new
don't,
dog.
I guarantee you don't got no Xbox. He gonna put you in a box. Your remains are gonna be left in a box. Your footsies. They gonna sell your socks on the black market.
We were kids, we were
Who the
foolish, and we
Does
agreed.
that? Who
It
does that?
sounded
I was a dumb kid, but I guarantee you, if this nigga would have asked me that shit, I would have got scared and I would have ran away. You just willingly just said, "Oh yeah." Okay, they're kids. Game. They teach. Well, maybe they didn't teach them about stranger danger, but I'm pretty sure their parents told them not to go off with strangers. If you said he was already sketchy and weird, why would you go to this nigga house? Just to play the P5? Just to play the P5 game? Like, the El Cinco never that serious.
fun, and for a
No,
moment we
gang,
thought
no.
maybe he was just a kind guy after all, but we were very wrong. He said his house was about a 20-minute
why are you
walk
walking
from
20
the park,
minutes?
so
So you took it
the
upon
4 of us
yourself
walked
as a dude to walk 20 minutes to a park just to watch kids, and then walk 20 minutes back just to lure these kids back to your house. Insane.
with him. About 10 minutes into the walk, a cop car drove by and started to slow
I
down.
would too.
The passenger cop leaned out the window, staring at us. The man told us to walk faster, saying that way we'd get more time to play games and to see his dog before having to leave. So we picked up the pace. But then, the cop car suddenly made a U-turn, and a loud voice shouted.
You there! Freeze! Put your hands on your head! You're under arrest!
We froze, confused and scared. The man bolted, but because of his age and size, he didn't get far. One cop tackled him to the ground and cuffed him, while the other officer asked us if we were okay and what had happened. We told him everything. He nodded and said it was very lucky they drove by when they did. Another cop car was called to drive us home, while the first car took the man to the station. The police explained everything to our parents, and from that day forward,
You would have
we
been
were
banned from going to any
to
park. You
that
would have been
park.
banned from going
At the
outside. You didn't tell me what you was doing.
time, my parents thought I was too young to understand the details, but when I turned 13, they finally told me the truth. That man was a known sexual offender. He called what he did his hunting, and he did it at local parks. That revelation terrified me. I started thinking about what could have happened to me and my 3 friends if that cop car hadn't driven by and stopped him. And honestly, I don't even want the answer, because I already know what it would have been. The police didn't share many details about his punishment, but my dad told me that one officer said the man would get at least 15 years in prison for his other
That nigga
crimes.
is out. Alright, we on to the next one.
And I'm from India. I'll tell you about an experience I had on Dumas Beach that still chills me to the bone. Dumas Beach in Surat has always been a place wrapped in mystery and dark rumors. People say it's haunted, and over the years, countless stories have circulated about strange sounds, vanishing shadows, and eerie figures that wander the sands at night. As curious as I am, I never really believed in any of it until one night changed everything. It was a rare weekend night, and some friends and I decided to hang out on Dumas Beach after sunset. We'd heard the rumors, the tales of restless spirits, unexplained disappearances, and how people seemed to disappear into the mist along the shore. But we just laughed it off, convinced it was not.
So you hear this. You hear the public community telling you not to go here, and I'm assuming he went there. Like, let's finish this video.
Nothing but local folklore meant to keep people away after dark. As we walked along the beach, the only sounds were the waves crashing and our voices echoing strangely in the emptiness. Then, without warning, an icy gust of wind swept across the beach. It cut right through us, and we all felt the sudden chill. One of my friends even joked.
Maybe it's one of the ghosts.
So stupid.
The laughter faded when we heard it, a whisper, faint and breathless, like someone was speaking just behind us. We stopped.
I'm immediately turning around. Don't underestimate how fast I am. I run track. I'm out of there. I'm trying to tell you, I'm running that like it's the 400 meter, not the 100, the 400. I'm not gonna stop running. I'm not gonna stop running. I'm still running. We can be back home. I'm still running.
Our senses on high alert and looked around. There was no one. The beach was empty. I brushed it off, figuring.
So they go back to smoothing and grooving after hearing somebody whisper in their ear.
I remember hearing that the beach was once a Hindu burial ground, and that maybe, just maybe, the souls of those buried here hadn't yet found peace. As we walked further, my flashlight started flickering, and a thick, eerie mist began to roll in. It was denser than anything I'd ever seen. Just then, one of my friends gasped and pointed at the ground. There, right in front of us.
And you just sitting there pointing instead of running. There I say, stupid. Stupid. Stupid if he was a person. Stupid if they were stupid. If stupid were people.
Footprints, appearing in the sand as though someone invisible was walking straight toward us. Our nerves got the better of us, and one of my friends whispered,
Let's get out of here.
I didn't need to be told twice, but something, maybe my curiosity or something else, held me back for just a moment longer.
No, nigga.
I looked down at the footprints moving closer, step by step, almost as if they had intent. And then, for just a brief second, I saw it, a shadow-like figure, its hollow eyes staring directly at me. The look in its eyes wasn't anger, it was something else, a mix of sorrow and warning. Heart racing.
Nah, don't run that. And now they want to run. Nah, don't run that, nigga.
I stumbled back, and my friends and I broke into a run. As we sprinted back, I could hear faint whispers following us, growing louder, footsteps closing in behind us. When we finally reached the entrance to the beach, where the glow of the streetlights met us, we dared to turn around. The mist had already thinned, and the beach looked silent, almost peaceful, as if nothing had ever happened. To this day, I have never gone back.
Crazy. Well, we at the end of this video. It was a fun video, pretty interesting. That fat man, that fat dude, that fat creepy dude, now that was the interesting one right there. Now I kind of knew, like, it was as soon as they brought up, oh, it was this dude that was at this park, old, bald, fat dude that asked me to go to his house, then I knew he was on some weird creepy shit, like automatically. But then it's like, yeah, we at the end of the video. See y'all boys in the next video.